Hello, fourth and fifth grade friends. I am here in the library coming to you for your very first chapter Friday. Woo, woo, woo. So I'm actually going to read you one of my favorite books from last year's Mark Twain nominated books. It did not win, but I thought it was such a good story, so I want to share with you today The Truth as Told by Mason Buttle. It has won several other awards. It didn't win the Mark Twain, but it was won the National Book Award. It was a finalist. So as always, I like looking at the back of the book first. It has a lot of really great reviews on it, but the inside cover is where I'm getting the most bang for my buck. So I'm going to read the inside, and then I will show you with the first chapter. You lucky dogs. Mason Buttle is the biggest, sweatiest kid in his grade. And everyone knows he can barely read or write. But those troubles don't compare with grief. 15 months ago, Mason's best friend, Benny Kilmartin, turned up dead in the Buttles family orchard. An investigation drags on, and Mason, honest as the day is long, can't understand why Lieutenant Baird won't believe the story Mason has told about that day. Mason's new friend, Tiny Calvin Chomsky, is the funny and philosophical partner who brings out the best in Mason. To escape relentless bullying by the other neighborhood kids, the boys create a secret underground haven for themselves when Calvin goes missing. Mason finds himself in even deeper trouble. He's desperate to figure out what happened to Calvin and eventually Benny. But will anyone believe him? Leslie Connor, the acclaimed author of Waiting for Normal and All Rise for the Honorable Perry T. Cook, has created another warm and beautifully crafted story about self-resilience, redemption, and hope. Okay, so now I'm reaching in to the book and I'm just going to read you Chapter 1, The Stupid Shirt. Stupid spelled incorrectly, by the way, Stoopid. Tell you what, I already know who stuffed this t-shirt into my locker. Matt Drinker did that. He took a Sharpie to it first. Fat black letters. He wrote stupid, Stoopid on it. Same way I spelled my word in the spelling bee on Friday morning. A kid like me does not belong in the spelling bee, but it is for all of 7th grade. This is not how I would kick off the school year, but I'm not in charge. Elimination rounds start in the classrooms. Of course, I'm eliminated. I saw a movie about a spelling bee once. There was a girl and she had a magic about her. She could hear her word, any word at all, and the letters just wrote themselves in the air. It happened in swirls and sparkles with fuzzy bees and fairies making glitter tails. The letters opened like apple blossoms. They flowed like paint off a brush, always the right letter. People said that couldn't really happen, seeing things that way. It was just a movie trick. But I believe what that girl saw, at least some. I see things too. But no fairy wings, no flowers blooming. Here's what happened on Friday morning. I heard my word, stopped. Had to be the easiest word ever in the 7th grade spelling bee. Tell you what, I knew I was going to spell it right. Stopped has double letters. I like those. It is like getting a 2 for 1. Well, too bad, because as soon as I thought of that, I thought of another word. Starts with the same sound and has double letters somewhere around the middle part. Stoop. I have been with my brain for 12 long years. I know how it puts things wrong. So I closed my eyes. I thought, okay, Mason, don't let that in your head. Don't go spelling stoop. That's not your word. Your word is stopped. Under my eyelids, I started to see the letters. That's why I say it is like the girl from the movie. I can see the letters, but for me, they go ugly. They fade or they swell up, they slide away. If my eyes had pinchers on them, I'd grab at the letters and I would hold them still. Tick, tick, tick. You cannot take your time in a spelling bee. Stopped. S and T. Those were correct. I knew they were. I said to them, I got the safe feeling. The spelling timer ticked again. I tried to see the letters clear, but they fuzzed. Then they blobbed. I've seen it plenty of times. I squeezed my eyes shut tighter. I thought, please let me get this. I saw fat letters, blurry letters. Then came the other thing I see. Color. Happens sometimes. This time it was a dirty green. It floats in like smoke. It happens when I can't get to the right letters. That green, it is the color of pressure on me. A spelling bee is pressure. I rolled my eyeballs behind my lids, tried to erase all that mess. My brain got itself caught on that other word, stoop. Double letters, tick, tick. I saw 2 O's. I said 2 O's. Somebody snorted. I knew I was wrong. Knew I had to finish. Get it over with. I wiped my sweaty hands on my pants. Stopped. I heard a P sound. I said it quick. Knew there was something more. T to the end. No, D. It would be a D on the end, but not just D. Tick, tick. No time. I said I and D. What I spelled was STOOPID. What it sounded like was stupid. The buzzer sounded. The whole classroom roared with laughter. Matt Drinker loves when something like that happens. That's why I'm guessing he put this stupid shirt inside my locker. He must have picked my lock to do it. Funny thing is, I knew what the shirt said because of the 2 O's in the middle. I knew in 2 blinks. Matt doesn't know it, but he did me a big favor. I always take 2 shirts to school, unless I forget. I changed just before lunch. This is because of how I sweat. It's a lot. I can't stop it. I can't hide it. I need to be dry at the lunch table. Otherwise, I'm a total gross out of a kid. Well, today was a day that I forgot my extra shirt. So I'm wearing this one that says stupid on it. It is big and it fits me. It's clean and it's dry. I'm going to keep moving. Maybe nobody will see what it says. And if they do, well, tell you what, plenty worse has happened to me. That's the end of chapter 1 of The Truth as Told by Mason Buttle. But so you now get an idea of what the story kind of sounds like, but it gets so much better than that. Mason goes on this kind of adventure looking for his friend Calvin. It's dramatic. It has a lot of adventure. You kind of have all of these little twists and turns in betweens. It's emotional, so you're going to have some parts where you might want to tear up a little bit. Anybody who struggles with reading or has ever felt like they are not smart or not that you're not good enough, this would be a really, really great book for you to read. It's going to be waiting in the library for the very first person to come check it out. It's going to be in I'm starting a bin called the First Chapter Friday bin. It'll be waiting. So come down and grab it. If you don't get it, I'll put you on the hold list for it. So if somebody has already picked it, I'll put you on the hold list and you can have it next. Remember that the goal of our chapter books is not just to start them like, ooh, this is exciting, come down. If you're coming to get it, I want you to make it a goal to actually finish it. Get all the way to the climax of that story and get to that double fudge brownie at the end. Get all the way to the end of the story, okay? So here was The Truth as Told by Mason Buttle by Leslie Connor. Have a great Friday, guys. See you later.